Glamp Guru here once again, and here's the Shiftpod 2. And since it's the second one of the series, it's supposed to be better, but we'll see. Now, right away I'm going to show you the Shiftpod new editions, which are pretty cool. I think they're pretty damn cool, and that means a lot, doesn't it? And also the upgrades, which are pretty cool too. Do you notice how many times I just said cool? Wow. And the thing they didn't forget was the MOOP bag. Yep, matter out of place. Still there, people. Okay, get ready. First complaint. It weighs more than the original, and the original was damn heavy, so it's even heavier. Great. But what I will say is the bag is made way better than the old one was. I mean, look at these awesome handles. Aren't these handles so awesome? Enough about how cool the bag is. Let's actually look at the Shiftpod 2 itself. One thing they did better is by adding some labels to make it even easier to set up, and this thing is damn easy to set up to begin with. They even added some feet to each of the connections, so it will stand better and actually won't tear through your floor when you put it away. They also just kind of upgraded everything and making it more durable, and for how much the thing costs, like a used car costs, it's better. They even added this central roof pole, which is meant for extreme weather, which, a lot of places you might take this thing does come in handy. Okay, so the Shiftpod 2 is pretty similar to setting up with the original. You want to pull the sides out first. I don't know why this is my favorite part, but to jump inside and pop up the middle. What does it come to that I find this so enjoyable? To each his own, I guess. What I forgot is that actually you can just push out the sides first and then do the middle. Either way works. It's a free world, so go crazy. Another thing they added were these grommet holes in the skirt, so you can actually stake down through the skirt, which is awesome. Well, now it's done being set up, let's take a look at some of these features, huh? First off, how hard are you partying that you need exit signs to get out of your own tent? Jokes aside, the labels are pretty cool though, so I say they're a pretty cool upgrade. Once you just start walking around the Shiftpod 2, you see the little things that make it just better than the first one. Like a lock that just lives in a tent like this. It's just great to have that little security. One of the brand new features is the tunnel system. It allows you to connect multiple Shiftpods together, which is pretty cool. Kind of like the human centipede of tents, am I right? Now this upgrade is one of my favorite. They added in fine mesh screen doors to each side. It's a bit of a game changer because the airflow is way better now that you can open the doors without letting mosquitoes in. With the old Shiftpod, you had just those little port windows, which was terrible and a bit stuffy. Another new addition is this rain and heat fly they added on. It's good, it's a little cumbersome, and putting it on is a pain in the ass, and I'm not sure it adds that much value to the Shiftpod. The Shiftpod in itself is pretty waterproof, and if you're setting this thing up in a really hot environment, I'm not sure how much this actually deflects the heat. If you don't agree with me, please troll me and let me know how wrong I am. Even though I'm not really convinced about the fly yet, the guideline system is actually pretty easy to understand and use. They even updated the stakes. Check these suckers out. Now let's go inside and install the floor. First thing you want to do is find out where the two zippers line up. After that, you kind of have to do this when you see it. You're just going to zip the floor into the base of the Shiftpod, little by little, until you get all the way around. Now the Shiftpod 2 has definitely better material than the first one. And even though some of the elements are still the same, just the way they're sewn, everything about it just more reinforced, so the structure is way better than the first one. Even these hub covers help to protect the Shiftpod, which is amazing because the longer you can keep this thing alive, the better for how much it costs. Now the central roof pole is one add-on that's completely new. It's meant to stabilize the Shiftpod in extreme weather, but to be honest, I don't think you really need it in most situations. But if you end up using it, this is how it works. It pretty much has three settings. You're going to have a foot on the top there that goes to the top of your roof, and then you extend it from the bottom to the top. Then set it to the third setting here, which is the highest one, which should give more stability to your Shiftpod overall. If this doesn't do it, then you should probably evacuate whatever campsite you're at. Another great thing is they added more bags, and honestly, more storage in this thing is the best. And beyond having a bag for each wall, there's also a multi-pocket organizer, which is dope. Okay, that's it. That's pretty much all I have to say about the Shiftpod 2, but I'll say it again. It's made way better than the last one was. If you just feel the material on this one versus the last one, you can see right away that it's just thicker, stronger. It's even a little bit bigger, like 2 inches of headroom, which is not crazy, but you can definitely feel the difference a bit. Now for the negative side. First things first, their customer service is not great. I have to be honest about that. And honestly, it's so big and bulky that if you don't have a car with lots of room, it's very hard to transport this thing. And even if you're flying with it, you're going to pay lots of overages to have this thing shipped. Also, the bag it comes with is kind of tight, so repacking it can be kind of a pain in the ass. But in the end, if you want something that's spacious, comfortable, and unique, that sets up in like 2 minutes, then the Shiftpod 2 might be for you. It does have a heavy price tag, but beyond that, I do love it. Okay, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. I'm the Glamp Guru, and thanks for watching.